It's good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You're knowing what you're wanting?
Yes.
Are you enjoying how that desire changes?
Yes.
How it expands and grows and evolves?
Yes.
And because you are so enthusiastic about your expansion, the expansion of your desire, do you understand that the expansion of your desire and the expansion of you is one and the same? That when a new desire hatches, you have expanded. So if when the new desire hatches, you feel really good, that means that you have expanded, and in your physical form, you have allowed the expansion. So there's no gap between the expansion and what you believe. But when contrast causes you to expand desire, and you feel worried about it or disappointed by it, that means that you're not keeping up with your expansion. You're blocking it is too strong a word, but it's pretty good. You're blocking it. You're hindering it. You're resisting it. You're disallowing it right now. That's what negative emotion always means. If you had not expanded, you could not ever experience negative emotion. Because negative emotion means part of you's expanded and the other part of you isn't letting it be. The part that expands easily is the non-physical part of you. That's the part of you that existed before you came into this body. And while most humans don't understand it, that non-physical part of you exists still now. Sometimes you refer to that part of you as your soul. But humans commonly think of the soul was me before I came into my body, then there was me, and then the soul will be me after I leave this body. And we want you to understand that this inner being part of you, this source energy part of you, this vibrational part of you that existed before you came into this body, exists even while you were in this physical body. And that's where we stand. We are the vibrational aspect of that which is you. So when you understand that there are two aspects of you and they play off of one another, and that your emotions tell you how well you're playing, the better you feel, the more in alignment you are, the worse you feel, the more out of alignment you are, then you understand finally for the first time maybe your own guidance system. So why would you have guidance? Why would you want to keep up with who you were before you were born? Well, first of all, you were really smart. But it's not just keeping up with who you were before you were born. It's keeping up with who you have become vibrationally since you've been in this physical body. In other words, you are creator out here having exposure to life, which causes you to individually and from your selfish personal perspective or orientation to ask for improvement or expansion. And when you do, the larger part of you takes that expansion immediately. Whenever you ask for anything, whether you use words or whether you're just asking from your clear place of knowing what you don't want, so there's a compensating equivalent asking for what you do want. When life and contrast causes you to ask and therefore expand, the larger non-physical part of you does just that. Expands, becomes it immediately. So when you ask for something, if you could just turn in the direction of what you've asked for and see it as present tense, which is the way we see it, when you ask, we become what you've asked for, which means it is now done vibrationally. And sometimes, in fact often, our very practical-minded physical friends say, this vibrational mumbo-jumbo is annoying to me, because when I ask for something, I don't count it as done until it's parked in my garage, or until it's in my bed, or until it's in my bank. I don't count it until I see the manifestation of it. And we say, therein lies the problem and the basis of your disallowing of everything that you want. Because when you don't believe it until you see it, you hold yourself in resistance to it, so it cannot come. If you could see it as we see it, if you could just know that when you ask, there is a vibrational rocket or request that is emitted from you, and that the larger part of you gives undivided attention to that, meaning never thinks of the absence of it once you have asked for it, it is seen as done. So Source holds steady to the vibrational integrity of your request. But when you hold steady to the vibrational integrity of the lack of your request, because you say, where is it, where is it, where is it? Source says, here it is, here it is, here it is. You say, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it. Source says, we see it, we see it, we see it. You say, well, I don't care if you can see it or not. I can't see it. I can't see it, and therefore it is not. And we say, we see it, and therefore it is. And when you allow yourself to see it, and you say, I use my eyes to see, and it is not here. And Source says, we use our knowing to see. We know it. We feel it. We don't translate it into the visual. We translate it through the vibrational, and here it is. And that is what we want to assist you in understanding. If you will allow yourself to take the emotional journey of belief, if you can move yourself into hope, and then from hope, the process will take care of you. You don't have to believe, you just have to hope. Because when you get into the vibrational frequency that is always present when hope is alive within you, you are in close enough proximity to the vibrational reality of that which you are wanting, that this vortex of creation where the larger part of you and everything that you have set forth vibrationally exists, that vortex of creation housing this vibrational reality that you have put there will bring you in. And when you are in the vicinity, which is what hope is, and the vortex takes you in, we'll talk more about the vortex so you'll get a keener sense of it. You'll know it even before you see it. You'll know it because you'll feel it. I feel that it is there. I feel the joy as if it is done. I feel the love of the lover I'm asking for. I feel the security of the abundance that I'm asking for. I feel the stability of the physical apparatus that I seek. I feel it. I feel it emotionally. I feel it emotionally, and because I feel it emotionally, I'm not blocking it vibrationally, and therefore the manifestation is being allowed by me right now in my moment of belief or expectation. That is the key to deliberate creation. Creation by default, all of you are creating your own reality. But most physical humans are creating their own reality by observing whatever is before them. So they observe wanted things and they feel pretty good, and they observe unwanted things and they don't feel good. They watch the television, they see things not wanted all around the world. They hear about an epidemic, they hear about a pandemic, they hear about a planet in peril, they hear about a financial debacle, they hear about a financial disaster. And when they focus upon it, because there it is, reality right before their eyes, when they focus in the direction of these things that are the opposite of what they want, of what they've asked for, of what they have really become, of who they really are, when you focus in opposition to who you are, you feel the separation between you and you, because you cannot have it both ways. You cannot be in vibrational alignment with what you want and its absence at the same time. And when you are in vibrational alignment with the absence of what you want, even though you may be speaking the reality that you see before you, you're not speaking reality as it really is. You're speaking, hear it, past tense. Because what is manifested, hear it, oh, hear this, is old news. What's manifested is old news. It's old news. When you look back into the old news, you're depriving yourself of the expanded you that has already become. Now, realists will call optimists foolish. Oh, you foolish one. Instead of looking at the absence of what you want, like the rest of us do, you have the stupidity to look forward and believe in something you cannot even see. Don't you understand? They will tell you that medicine and science are based upon reality as it is. And we say that's why it's so slow to move forward. They have to keep croaking to let new optimistic ones hope a little bit. So when you understand that you are vibrational most, first and foremost, and that in your physical body, you are causing that part of you to expand. And in your physical body, you can feel whether you are in your physical body allowing the expansion or resisting the expansion. And your emotions are your indicator of that. Now, it has never been said more clearly, whether you heard it or not has to do with your proximity to who you really are. In other words, if you're in the vicinity of your vortex, everything that we say today will feel brilliant to you. You will leave here saying, that was the most brilliant on-target lecture or seminar that I have ever attended. If you are nowhere near the proximity of your vortex, you'll leave here saying, whoever that is nuts. Speaking of things unseen and asking me to hold to visions, asking me to use my imagination and the power of directing my thought. I'm a realist. I see it the way it is. And we say, then hold on for a bumpy ride, because you are in a process that is going to demand from you. You can't turn off the contrast. Therefore, you cannot turn off your perception. Therefore, you cannot turn off your asking for more. Therefore, you cannot turn off your eternal expansion. Therefore, you will have an emotional response to your expansion. And if you go, oh, you're going. You're going. The question is, are you going willingly? And if you're going willingly, you're having a really wonderful life. And if you are holding back to old thoughts that don't measure up to who you are, then your life is harder. In any case, you're doing just fine. And in any case, you're doing what you said you would do. In any case, you've come forth as a creator. In any case, you are exploring the contrast. In any case, you are knowing what you don't want, which is causing the larger part of you to know exactly what you do want. And the larger part of you is holding to that. In other words, 3 steps. Step 1, your work, sift through contrast. You can't help doing it, which causes you to ask. Step 1. Step 2, source, your inner being. That which man calls God becomes a vibrational equivalent to the request, each and every one of them, constantly expanding into the eternalness that is you, that is us, that is all. Step 3, come into alignment, come into allowing of that which you have expanded to. Follow your bliss. Reach for the best feeling thought you can find. Release resistance. Care about how you feel. Look forward. Look forward. Now, this is the part we really want you to hear. Might as well get it out of the way early on. When we say, look forward, we're speaking from your vantage point. Forward into that which you have already become. A little bit of a brain twister, isn't it? Look forward from your vantage point. But from where we stand, we say, look here. Look here at what is. Look here at the secure you. Look here at the prosperous you. Look here at the well-being you. Look here to who you are. Look at you. Look at you. Don't look at past tense you. And you say, it's hard. It's hard not to notice what I'm translating with my physical senses. And we say, then be picky about what you translate. Look into what you're looking at for the best that you can see. Find vibrational equivalent in what is now by your physical terms to what is now by your non-physical terms. Did you get that? In other words, be specific, be picky about the way you look. Look for what feels good. Look for things to compliment. Look for things to appreciate. Look for things to rave about, enjoy. Look for things to express your positive awareness of. Look for things to be optimistic about. And in doing so, you make peace with what is, and only in making peace with what is do you allow what really is. You follow? So in order for anything that we say really to make sense to you, there are some premises that you must at least try to accept. Do you accept that you were source energy and therefore vibration and therefore not flesh, blood, and bone before you were born? Do you accept that that non-physical part of you that existed before you were born exists even now that you are in this physical body? So do you accept that a part of that consciousness equals the spirit or soul of that which is you, but the larger part of you remains as that which you call God, non-physically focused? Do you accept that the contrast of this time-space reality helps you to personally, individually, selfishly identify your own preferences? Do you accept that when you know what you don't want, that's the very best time for you to know what you do want? And do you accept that whether you speak it or not, it emanates from you vibrationally? And do you accept that Source knows what you mean? When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And here's an important thing. Do you accept that Source, who is pure positive energy, who is only positively oriented, who is always in the vortex.